Hello there! Welcome to our whirlwind adventure through the history of the United Kingdom, a place that's far more exciting than its rainy reputation might suggest. Don't let the size of this island nation fool you. From the Roman Empire to the Beatles, this little corner of the world has made a rather large splash on the global stage. Get ready for tales of brave warriors, brilliant minds, and a healthy dose of royal intrigue. We'll journey from ancient settlements to bustling modern cities, encountering fascinating characters and pivotal moments along the way. Hold on tight, it's going to be quite a ride. Our story begins long before the first castle was built, in a time shrouded in mist and legend. Picture, if you will, ancient Britons clad in woad, living in a land of dense forests and rolling hills. These were skilled craftspeople and fierce warriors, deeply connected to the natural world. Then, in 43 AD, everything changed. Roman legions, with their disciplined ranks and superior weaponry, arrived on British shores. The Romans brought their language, their laws, and their love of baths, leaving an indelible mark on the island. They built roads, towns, and even a rather impressive wall to keep those pesky Picts at bay. Despite their efforts, the Romans couldn't hold on to Britannia forever. By the 5th century AD, their empire was crumbling and they were forced to withdraw. This left a power vacuum, setting the stage for new arrivals. As the Roman Empire faded into history, new groups began to vie for control of Britain. The once mighty Roman legions withdrew, leaving a power vacuum that would soon be filled by ambitious newcomers. Angles, Saxons, and Jutes, hailing from across the North Sea, carved out kingdoms and brought their own languages and customs. These tribes, each with their own distinct culture and traditions, began to shape the future of the British Isles. They established settlements, built fortifications, and laid the foundations for what would become the English nation. Thus began the Anglo-Saxon period, a time of shifting alliances, fierce battles, and the gradual unification of England. This era was marked by legendary figures such as King Alfred the Great, who defended his kingdom against Viking invasions and promoted learning and justice. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, a historical record of this period, provides a glimpse into the lives and struggles of these early English people. In 1066, a date forever etched in British memory, William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, landed on English soil, claiming the throne for himself. His arrival marked the end of the Anglo-Saxon era, and the beginning of Norman rule. William's claim to the throne was contested, leading to one of the most famous battles in British history. The Battle of Hastings, depicted famously in the Bayeux Tapestry, marked a turning point, ushering in Norman rule and transforming English society. The Normans brought with them new administrative systems, architectural styles, and a feudal system that reshaped the social structure of England. Castles and cathedrals began to dot the landscape, symbolizing the new order. The medieval period wasn't all about conquest and warfare, however. It was also a time of significant cultural and social development. Markets thrived, towns grew, and a new class of merchants and craftsmen emerged. The daily life of medieval people was a blend of hard work, religious devotion, and communal activities. It also saw the construction of magnificent cathedrals, which were not only places of worship but also centers of learning and art. These grand structures, with their towering spires and intricate stained glass windows, were a testament to the skill and dedication of medieval builders and artisans. The signing of the Magna Carta, a rather important document limiting the king's power, was a milestone in the development of constitutional governance. Signed in 1215 by King John, it established the principle that the king was subject to the law, laying the groundwork for future democratic developments. And the devastating Black Death, a plague that swept across Europe, leaving a trail of tragedy in its wake. This pandemic decimated the population, leading to profound social and economic changes. The labor shortage that followed gave rise to new opportunities for the surviving peasants, ultimately contributing to the decline of the feudal system and the rise of a more modern economy. Section 4. New Ideas and Royal Dramas, from Tudors to Telescopes. The Renaissance, that glorious reawakening of art, literature, and learning that swept across Europe, eventually reached British shores. This cultural movement, which began in Italy in the 14th century, brought with it a renewed interest in the classical knowledge of ancient Greece and Rome. It was a time when artists, thinkers, and scientists began to question the old ways and seek new understanding. The Renaissance was not just a period of artistic flourishing but also a time of great intellectual curiosity and discovery. England saw the rise of the Tudor dynasty, a family known for its larger-than-life monarchs, lavish courtly life, and a penchant for, shall we say, marital mishaps. The Tudors were a dynasty that ruled with a mix of charm and iron will. Henry VIII, perhaps the most famous Tudor king, is remembered not only for his 6 marriages but also for his role in the English Reformation, which led to the creation of the Church of England. His daughter Mary I, known as Bloody Mary, sought to restore Catholicism, while his other daughter Elizabeth I would become one of England's greatest monarchs. One Tudor monarch in particular left an indelible mark on history: Queen Elizabeth I. Her reign, often referred to as the Elizabethan era, was a time of great cultural and political achievement. Elizabeth was a shrewd and effective ruler, known for her intelligence, political acumen, and strong will. She navigated the complexities of European politics, maintained relative peace within her kingdom, and supported the arts and exploration. Her reign, known as the Elizabethan era, was a golden age for England, marked by exploration, flourishing arts, and the defeat of the Spanish Armada. The defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588 was a defining moment in English history, establishing England as a formidable naval power. This period also saw the expansion of English influence overseas, with explorers like Sir Francis Drake and Sir Walter Raleigh venturing into new territories. It was during this time that William Shakespeare, England's most celebrated playwright, penned his timeless masterpieces. Shakespeare's works, including plays like Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, and Macbeth, have had a lasting impact on literature and theater. His ability to capture the human experience in all its complexity has made his works enduringly popular. The Elizabethan era was a time of great creativity and innovation in the arts, with the construction of iconic theaters like the Globe. The spirit of discovery wasn't limited to the high seas. On land, there was a burgeoning interest in science and the natural world. The Age of Discovery was not just about finding new lands, but also about expanding the horizons of human knowledge. This period saw the beginnings of modern science, with scholars and scientists questioning old beliefs and seeking new explanations for the natural phenomena they observed. Scientists like Isaac Newton with his groundbreaking laws of motion and gravity, and Edmund Halley, the astronomer who first predicted the return of a certain comet, were pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. Newton's work laid the foundation for classical mechanics, and his book Principia Mathematica is considered one of the most important works in the history of science. Halley's prediction of the comet that bears his name was a significant achievement in the field of astronomy, demonstrating the power of scientific observation and prediction. The seeds of the scientific revolution were sown, setting the stage for the Industrial Revolution that would transform the world. The scientific revolution was a period of profound change in the way people understood the world around them. It was characterized by the development of new scientific methods and the questioning of traditional beliefs. This intellectual movement laid the groundwork for the technological advancements of the Industrial Revolution, which would bring about unprecedented changes in society, economy, and industry. The transition from the Tudors to the Age of Telescopes marks a journey from royal dramas to the dawn of modern science, a testament to humanity's enduring quest for knowledge and progress. Section 5. Factories, Empires, and Two World Wars, Shaping the Modern UK. The story of modern Britain is one of transformation, resilience, and profound change. It is a tale that spans centuries, marked by pivotal events and significant shifts in society, economy, and global influence. The 18th century witnessed the dawn of the Industrial Revolution, a period of unprecedented technological advancement. This era was characterized by a series of innovations that fundamentally altered the way goods were produced and consumed. The invention of the spinning jenny, the power loom, and the steam engine revolutionized industries, making mass production possible and setting the stage for modern manufacturing. Factories sprung up across the land, powered by steam engines and fueled by coal. These factories became the heart of industrial Britain, churning out textiles, iron, and other goods at an unprecedented scale. The landscape of the country was transformed as smokestacks and factory buildings dominated the skyline, symbolizing the new industrial age. Cities grew at an astonishing rate as people flocked from rural areas in search of work. The promise of employment in the burgeoning factories drew thousands to urban centers, leading to rapid urbanization. Cities like Manchester, Birmingham, and Glasgow expanded rapidly, becoming bustling hubs of industry and commerce. This urban growth brought with it new challenges, including overcrowding, poor sanitation, and the need for new infrastructure. This period of rapid change also brought about social challenges, as the gap between rich and poor widened. The wealth generated by industrialization was not evenly distributed, leading to stark contrasts between the affluent factory owners and the impoverished workers. Child labor, long working hours, and unsafe working conditions were rampant, prompting calls for social reform and the eventual rise of labor movements. Meanwhile, the British Empire, through a combination of trade, diplomacy, and, let's be honest, some less than noble means, expanded to encompass vast territories across the globe. The empire's reach extended to India, Africa, the Caribbean, and beyond, bringing immense wealth and resources to Britain. However, this expansion was not without controversy, as it often involved the exploitation and subjugation of local populations. At its peak, the British Empire was the largest empire in human history, with colonies on every continent. The phrase, "the sun never sets on the British Empire," was a testament to its vastness and global influence. This period of imperial dominance had a profound impact on the world, shaping international trade, politics, and cultural exchanges. This era left a complex legacy, shaping the world we live in today. The influence of the British Empire can still be seen in the legal systems, languages, and cultural practices of many former colonies. However, it also left behind a legacy of conflict, inequality, and resistance, as colonized nations fought for independence and self-determination. The 20th century brought about two devastating world wars, conflicts that tested the resilience of the United Kingdom and reshaped the global order. The First World War, with its trench warfare and unprecedented casualties, left a deep scar on the nation. The Second World War further challenged Britain as it faced the threat of invasion and the Blitz, which saw cities like London endure relentless bombing. From the trenches of the Western Front to the beaches of Normandy, British soldiers and civilians displayed remarkable courage and determination. The bravery of those who fought and the resilience of those on the home front were crucial in the eventual Allied victory. The war effort also led to significant social changes, including the role of women in the workforce and the beginnings of the welfare state. The aftermath of these wars saw the decline of the British Empire and the rise of new superpowers. The process of decolonization accelerated as former colonies gained independence, reshaping the global political landscape. Britain itself underwent significant changes, rebuilding its economy and society in the post-war years. The legacy of these tumultuous times continues to influence the United Kingdom and the world today.